Welcome to my channel. My name is Sammy, and here's my May wrap-up. Let's go. Okay, May is over. Time for a reading wrap-up. I did really good this month. I read a total of 4 books this month, and a historical fiction, a mystery, a nonfiction, and a classic. So very good range, and I'm actually really excited that it's June because today is actually my birthday. It's Gemini season, and I'm so excited. Thank you for choosing to spend my birthday with me. Okay, let's get right into what I read for the month of May. Okay, so first book, I read The Queen of Crime by Marie Benedict. I read 2 Marie Benedict books. I believe I read The Personal Librarian and The Mystery of Mrs. Christie. I really enjoyed both those books. I feel like she does really good research. I really like her historical fiction. I do think I enjoy Kate Quinn books a little more, but I really do enjoy her books. So when I heard this premise of this book, I was like, instantly add to cart. This book follows a bunch of famous mystery writers back in the day make a little mystery club together, and they're trying to get the men authors to understand their value and not belittle them because they're women. So they're like, you know what, we can show them that we deserve to be in this group is we solve a real crime. So I believe the authors are Dorothy Sayers, Agatha Christie. I'm gonna say some of these names wrong, please don't get mad at me. Nago Marsh, Marjorie Allingham, and Baroness Emma Orczy. Orczy? I'm so sorry. I'm really not good with saying names. Speech impediment. Okay, yeah, so those are all the authors, and basically they find out about this case of this missing nurse, May Daniels. And yeah, she went missing months ago, and then her body was recently found. So basically the police are not really following the evidence, and it's really just saying it's an accident and not really finding out what truly happened and putting out false stuff about May. And so the girls decided to investigate this case, and it was so fun watching it because also when I read Agatha Christie books, I feel like I'm like, you know, these are her words, but I don't really know her personality. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't know what I would do to be able to meet Agatha Christie right now, but I know I can't. It was really cool to see Agatha Christie's personality. Obviously, this is Marie's interpretation of all of their personalities. I'm pretty sure she did research and is pretty much guessing what they would be like. I don't know. It was just a fun glimpse into their lives. And this actually takes place shortly after the mystery of Agatha Christie went down. And I think, like, you know, she's very hush-hush about the whole accent thing, which I personally, how Marie wrote it in The Mystery of Mrs. Christie, which if you haven't read that, I highly recommend. It's very interesting. If you don't know, Agatha Christie, mystery writer, in real life, found herself in a mystery, and one day she went missing, and they ended up finding her car crashed somewhere, and she was not there, and they ended up finding her with amnesia at a hotel under someone else's name. But I thought it was really cool this book took it that maybe it wasn't an accident, and maybe this was all perfectly planned by Agatha because she found out her husband was cheating on her. And I believe it to be true. I do. But that's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, so they just go on the journey of solving this case that the police aren't solving. And I also thought it was really beautiful as you really see their friendship form, and very deep friendship, and also you learn the struggles of the different authors too. I was intrigued from beginning to end, so I highly recommend this one. I rated this one 4 stars. I feel like it was a very solid 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, if you're not into historical fiction or know any of these mystery writers, you probably wouldn't enjoy it, I wouldn't think. but I really enjoyed it because I'm a huge Agatha Christie fan. So getting to see her life, but also these new friendships of hers and them work together with each of their individual skills to solve the mystery. And I thought it was very interesting. Highly recommend. If you have a favorite Marie Benedict book, comment down below which one is your favorite, because now I've read 3 of her books and I really enjoyed every single one, so I'm very intrigued to check out more of her books. Hopefully I explained that well. My brain's not working fully. The next book I read in the month of May is Pharaoh Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man by Jessie Q. Santo. So this is the second book in the Vera Wong series. This is a mystery series. I read the first one last year, and it was exactly what I needed. If you just need a short, sweet, straight to the point, funny mystery, this is the one series for you. I really enjoy it. This is cute old lady Vera, and she's really good at solving mysteries, but also she's just so cute of her not understanding some stuff. I really like too in these books is Vera solves a mystery, but she's also very good at helping the people involved in the case. Like, there's a big pool of suspects and you don't know who did it, but she's able to help each individual person solve their problems and find new relationships within the group. And I just thought that was very interesting. In the first one, there's a very cute fan family that is created, and you see it full formed in this book, and I really enjoyed seeing all the characters from the first one appear in the second one, and I really enjoy it. And it's just a fun time. Vera cracks me up the whole time, and her solving the mystery, the different ways she goes about it is very interesting. I do say I did enjoy the first one better than this one. This one, I felt like the mystery was kind of open-ended. There wasn't clear, like, at the end, like, this is who did it and what happened. It was kind of still like you kind of interpret what happened, and those aren't my favorite mystery endings. I need to, like, this who did it and this how they did it, and, you know, I like facts. I like clean cut. That's my opinion. But otherwise, I really enjoy it. I really found a character in this one, a new character that I really enjoyed, and yeah, I love to see all the mischief Vera gets herself into. And also, it is based in San Francisco, Bay Area over here, so it makes me want to visit Chinatown really bad, because that's where this is based. Yeah, so I rated this one 4 stars simply because I didn't really love the ending. I didn't think it got fully resolved and kind of bugged me. But I highly recommend this series if you just need cozy, funny mystery. I highly recommend this series. So the third book I read in the month of May is The Astronauts' Wives Club by Lily Copel. I actually found this book at my used bookstore that helped support my local library, and I love anything history, especially about women. Basically, this book follows, obviously, the wives of the astronauts who were involved in the first main missions of getting up to space and the moon. And it was very interesting. It was a lot of information, a little too much in my opinion, but I did find it really interesting. I found out so much more I did not know. Like, basically in school, I feel like all they taught us was that Neil Armstrong, first man to step on the moon, and, you know, one step for mankind, once, you know, whatever that line is. I really only knew about him. I did not know about all the other astronauts, but also how hard it was for the wives. Because this was like the 50s, 60s, and it was still the very big time of the wives had to be at home with the kids, taking care of everything, cooking, cleaning, all that. But yeah, also too, the toll that obviously took on the wives when their husbands went up, being terrified. But also, I thought it was interesting is they would put, I don't know what they called it, but like a little speaker in the house of the wife of the astronaut who's going up, and she would be able to hear the communication of their husband to, like, base or whatever. And if it went quiet, that means something went wrong and they like muted it. I'm like, that's horrible. Like I could not. My anxiety in this book, I was like, I cannot handle that. So you learn about like the journey of how long it really took to get up to not just space, but to land on the moon. Took a whole journey, and then so many things happened during it, like the Kennedy assassination happened in between this time, and how much toll it put on the marriages. A lot. I think I said only 2 marriages survived out of the whole astronaut wives club, and that's insane. But also it makes sense because a lot of these wives, like, they never saw their husband. Their husband was never home. And even I remember one of the wives said that after her husband had died in a mission, she like it kind of like nothing felt different for her because he was never home anyways. So like he didn't really feel dead to her, which was really sad. Yeah, I thought was really cute is towards the end there is a reunion after so many years, and the wives got together and got to catch up, and a lot of them did stay connected to each other. I thought was crazy too is after an astronaut dies on a mission, like they're expected to leave the little like home base like very quickly. Like it's frowned upon if you stay there, which is horrendous. They are grieving. I rated this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm a person who likes history, so I did feel like there is very heavy in facts, but also very personal too. So that was really interesting. The author interviewed most of the wives or had like diaries from them from the time, which I thought was really cool. But it is a lot of facts. So it's a lot of information in here. So if you're not interested in this specific time of history, or if you don't like heavy history books, then I would say no I would recommend it to you, but I really enjoyed it, and yeah. I really like the pictures too, obviously. They have cool pictures throughout it. And that was really cool to look at. And look how pretty this is also like my favorite time period with fashion wise. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I want that dress. So if you enjoy history, I would highly recommend checking this one out. I'm very excited to check out the TV series that they made of that. Very cool, very cool. Oh, a little fun fact about that book that I learned that I thought was really cool is I believe the guy who went with Neil Armstrong to the moon was named Buzz, is his nickname. And I found out in there that Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story was inspired by Buzz the astronaut. How cool is that? That was one of my favorite facts I learned. Because that's so cool. Like, if I was that astronaut, I would be like, yeah, I went to the moon. I was one of the first few people to step on the moon, but like, Buzz Lightyear was named after me. Which one's cooler? Just saying. Okay, so last book I read in the sorry, I'm losing it, is Animal Farm by George Orwell. This, I've been trying to, every so often read some classics. I really do want to eventually like go back to the books I read in school that I really enjoyed and read them again and see if, one, I still enjoy them, or two, if I understand them better now, hopefully that I'm older and wiser. Fingers crossed. Or I got dumber. We'll see. So I saw that this book was only like 125 pages, and I was like, I want to fit one more book into the month of May. And I've always been curious, you always hear about certain books, and I was like, let's do it. Let's check it out. It's only 125 pages. I literally finished it in a day, and it was interesting. It was interesting. A lot of George Orwell books is very like, it has a hidden deeper meaning, or it's like the whole book is an analogy for something, and so it's very like you gotta use your brain. So the premise of this book is there's these animals on a farm, And they have decided to take over the farm from the humans. They're sick of it. They want to run it themselves. They want freedom. And one day they just run the farmer out of the farm and take over. And you basically follow their journey, even over spans of years, how that goes for them. Obviously, if you don't think deep into it, of what the meaning is, it's kind of weird to just read about animals on a farm. Yeah, so it's a big analogy for history. And was it revolutionary for me? No. Was it my favorite book of all time? No. Still like 1984 better. But it was very interesting. I love learning each of the different animals' personality. And I thought it was that the pigs start running stuff, which is. And yeah, I did get a little bummed at certain points because it's not a spoiler, but they're trying to build a windmill at one point, and they work so hard, and it gets knocked down like 2 or 3 times, and they have to keep rebuilding it. And man, that kept bumming me out because I would literally start screaming if it's like I literally spent how much time and effort to put into this, and something keeps happening and ruining it. Yeah, I would recommend it. I believe I rated this one 4 stars. I would recommend it if you are interested into classics. If classics aren't your vibe, I probably would say no. But it was a really fast read if you really need a short little read for a month, or to add to your reading challenge number. I would say try this one out. It was very easy to, read, but it's more about the deep hidden meanings within it. And it was very frustrating at times because some of the animals were getting gaslit, I guess you could say, and I wanted to just scream at the book. You're being gaslit. Why are you just going with it? Question, question, question. It's good to question in life. Don't just accept things for face value. Always ask questions. And that's what I got from it. I always love books like this. It's very personal what you take from it. And I thought that was very cool. So yeah, that's all the books I read in the month of May. Favorite book of the month. That's a tricky one because I really like learning about the astronauts' wives. I did enjoy The Queens of Crime and Vera Wang. I'd probably say Queens of Crime by Marie Benedict. I really enjoyed that. I love seeing a different side of Agatha and also learning about different mystery writers I'm very curious to look up now and check out their books, which very cool. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!